Hi everybody, it's Angela at Angela's Midleaf Crisis. Today I thought it would be fun to check in on the alocasias that we pollinated a while back and see how that's going. Just kind of check in and do a little update. I'm not sure it's going very well, so I don't know. We'll see. Jury's still out, but I think it's not looking great. Let's dive in. All right. Okay. So hopefully you can see down at the table now. So let's start with the scalprum. This was the one that we pollinated first, I think. And I have to figure out where we're set up here. All right, so this is the flower, the inflow that we pollinated. And looks like things are drying up. So there's kind of berries there, but they're shriveling. The flower's yellowing off. This was done on June 27th. So we're almost coming up on a month, but I would say outlook not good. And I don't remember if the flower had already opened on this one or not. I should have gone back and checked that first, but I didn't do that. Sorry about that. Anyway, I think that one's a failed attempt. So let's grab the nobilis. And this sucker is growing like crazy, and I'm probably going to have to bend these to get them into frame. So let's start with this one. This is the one that we cut the window into, and then I tried to pollinate with the paintbrush through the little window. And everything's super green on this, like this flower, the whole stalk is robust. The cover is still the cover to that part of the flower is still nice and green. The window's kind of shriveled up a little bit. One window snapped off, and then the other one kind of shriveled up a little bit. Oops, I gotta go backwards. And I'm trying to get this. All my lights just went off. All my grow lights just went off. I'm not sure if that helped or made it worse. So can you see? Trying to really get this in frame good and close up, but I also don't want to snap it off of there. So this one's like progressing, I think. So I would say there's hope for that one. And then this little guy down here, this is the one that I pollinated in the middle of the night, and I didn't do it on camera because I thought that maybe I had missed the window, and I really didn't expect it to do much. But then when I cut it open, I was surprised that it was kind of glossy inside, kind of wet, and sticky when I pollinated it. So this is, I wish I could, can I zoom in on this? Let me see. A little bit. Now I have to readjust for my camera angle here, but see if I can get you in a little closer. Whoa, whoa, that might be a little too far. Whoops, go this way. So it's not as green as the other one. The stem is a little, this stem was wonky to begin with. It's like it had a double sheath on it or something. And so that's kind of one of the reasons why I cut the whole, I'm trying to turn this enough for the camera to pick it up, but it just, I don't want to snap it off either. But see, this one's a little bit, it's a little bit green, but it's also a little bit yellowy. So I don't know if that one's faring as well as the other one. It is, the stem itself is not as green. Maybe there's something to keep in that window, cutting the window. I don't know if that had any effect on it or not. But anyway, that's where we're at. I'm going to show you this one again if I can get it into the frame for you to see it. I I don't want to snap this off, but since I'm zoomed in, I don't think I can't get it in there. It's just too rigid. Okay, we're getting closer. Come back. Since we're zoomed in, I wanted to give you a better shot of it. So you could see in there. Fuzzy though. Anyway, I don't know. We're just gonna wait and see how it goes. See if things keep progressing or if they abort. I think the scalprum's done for. That bottom one is iffy. And maybe we've had some luck with the sinuata one. I don't know. I hope so. That's the update. There's not really much else to show you on it. I do have some, let's see, it looks like the batwing is about to flower again. The silver dragon is flowering and I missed it. So I can collect pollen from that maybe tomorrow. I'll check it tonight, but I don't, well, let me go grab it. Maybe it's got some pollen on it. Let's go grab it. Anything else over here have flowers? Batwing's got one flower coming and the biggest, most ginormous leaf I've ever seen. That thing's going to be huge. And silver dragon, I think that's it. I think that's all that's flowering at the moment. Oh, scalprum's got more flowers coming. Maybe you noticed that. Let's put this screen back on here. Woo, we are still zoomed in. All right, let me put my glasses on. And we'll check and see. This is not ready, no pollen yet. So it's got a flower, an inflow. No pollen yet, but the flower's open. Could be receptive. Do we want to attempt it? I'm hesitant to try pollinating the silver dragon again because when I pollinated it last time, there was like 3 plants all in this pot together, and then once it aborted those flowers, then I went ahead and divided this plant and separated it so it's just one in the pot again, and I really didn't expect it to flower again right away, but it did. And I don't know, let's look at the roots and see if it's I guess she's settled in quite nicely. Can you see the roots there? I kind of spread them out when I put it in the pot, but she's got a lot of roots in there. So I think we'll let this flower go to pollen because I think we probably missed the window anyway. But I thought we missed it on the other one. And now I kind of do think we did. So I think that I'll just let this one go to pollen. And then I will maybe pollinate the other flower when it opens. But it's pretty closed still. And I don't know that I'll have time to babysit it this weekend, which is probably when it'll be ready. So I might just let this girl rest this time. Just let her rest collect the pollen, put it in the freezer, and not try pollinating again for this round. So anyway, I think that's where we're at. We'll just kind of play that by ear. All right. Well, I think that's it for today. So have a good night. Talk to you soon. Bye. All right, editing Angela here. I thought about it after I said goodbye, and I decided that I really do want to try to pollinate this flower because I probably won't be able to catch it this weekend. And I don't know how many more flowers we'll get left to be able to have more chances this year. So let's just do it. Let's pollinate it. All right. What should we pollinate it with? Let me go grab the pollen out of the freezer. Just a second. All right, let's see what we've got here. We've got some batwing, Micholitziana, sinuata, more batwing, ninja. Wonder what ninja and silver dragon would look like. Green shield, Micholitziana, nobilis, and more nobilis. So I think nobilis could be cool. I also think ninja could be cool. I have more nobilis than ninja. Ninja's older. Ninja's from May. Nobilis is from June 12th and June 24th. June 12th, there's not much in there at all. I've got, do I have more flowers coming on nobilis? That was a flower that was done. That looks like a leaf coming on, thank goodness. And that looks like a leaf. So no more flowers at the moment coming on to nobilis, which is okay because we want that flower to hang on there anyway, the one we already pollinated. So let's do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's do nobilis because I have more of it than ninja. Such an official decision, way to make a decision, right? All right, let's move this back in here in frame. I've got to grab a new paintbrush. Do I have one handy? I just rearranged the whole office the other day, the whole garage, plant room, office. This room is, we call it many things. Sometimes it's most often referred to as the office because it was an office for a previous business, for multiple previous businesses. And it was also a living room for a while. And it was also a craft room for a while. And so now it's a plant room, but we just call it the office. So you'll hear me call it the plant room, the craft room, the spare room, the office, the whatever. It's this room. It's this room here. Anyway, I totally rearranged it the other day. I needed to move. I had told you guys a while ago that there would be an anthurium tour coming. I needed to get the anthurium out of my daughter's room, and I did. So, but in order to move all the anthurium here into the plant room, I had to do some rearranging. So I did that Monday. And so it's not the most ideal setup, but it's going to have to work for a while because this room is also a guest bedroom. And so when we have company, they have to sleep out here in the jungle. And so I really would like to get rid of the futon, but until I have a guest bedroom, I kind of have to hang on to the futon. So anyway, the point is, for all the rambling that was worth, is that I rearranged things and I put things in new places, and I don't remember where the brushes are. So bear with me. I'm going to look for them for a minute because I thought they were in this tote box right here, but I got to go around. In editing, Angela will probably edit all this out so that you don't have to watch it. And yes, that's exactly where they are. So amidst the chaos, at least the brain is working today. found them. Here they are. All right. Alexa, turn the rack light on. Ooh, that's not good for you guys. It's better for me, but maybe it's not great for you. Alexa, turn the rack light off. Can't tell if that helps or hinders you. All right. So I'm going to use my handy dandy post-it note here that you cannot probably see very well. See, I didn't plan to do this, so I didn't get this all set up. So also, along with my new setup that I have now, means I can't figure out my camera angles and stuff. Everything is reversed. And here I want you to be able to see what I'm doing, but I can't figure out where things are at now. I kind of had it figured out where to put things so you could see. And now, I'm going to have to tape that down because that's sticking up. So it's like I have a whole new setup here. All right, so we're going to finish off the pollen from June 12th. And I'm sure that we're going to need probably to use some from the other date too. Because there's not a whole lot left in this June 12th. And I don't know if there was much in there to start with. And where is the X-Acto knife? So let's do a window again because that worked on the Nobilis better. So I'm going to cut a window. I'm going to try and show you what I'm doing while I'm doing it here. Let me zoom in again and see if that gives you a better view. And here we go. All right, so I'm going to just cut a hole. Probably need to go up higher than that because there typically have been more of the flowers inside of here up higher, but now this piece is detached. Oh, look at the flowers. Can you see them? Can you see them in there? Okay, which way do I need to move this? Towards me to get it more centered? Yes, that's good. That's probably good for both of us. Let me zoom in a little bit better. Come on. Come on. Zoom, zoom. All right. Okay, now I think you can kind of see in there. And it does look like there's a little fluid up at the top here, but it also kind of secreted a little fluid when I cut this window open. And I'm going to cut this a little bit wider so that we can get in there a little bit farther and expose a little more of the flowers. All right, so we had some technical difficulties along the way. I ran out of space on my iPad. That was a whole process. So I'm back. All right, let's pollinate this sucker. And let's zoom you back in again. Which I looked back, it was kind of fuzzy. So I'm going to try not to go quite as zoomed in as I was. And see if we can get it a little clearer. All right. So just in case there's some sticky fluid in here, which will help pick up the pollen on the brush, I'm going to dab this in here. And I'm going to dab this Little paintbrush on my pollen that's on the Post-it note on the table, and I'm gonna dab the flowers inside of here, and we're gonna hope that it works. So this time I don't feel like it's like there's any resistance, like they're sticky at all, which I think I have heard means it's receptive when it's sticky. But the one that I thought was sticky doesn't seem to have taken, so I don't know. So I'm going to use all the pollen that I have on this side, and then I'll dump some more pollen from the other date to use on the other side, because there's definitely not enough for both, unless I'm just using way too much. All right, so that side I'm out of pollen. I'm going to spin this around, and then I'm going to cut a window on the other side. Bear with me. Concentrating. Can't talk and concentrate at the same time here. I'm going to cut that open. Pop this window open. And there are the flowers inside. I need two hands for a minute. Didn't really mean to dump all of that out. That was kind of a lot, I think. Oh well. We're just going for it. Dab, dab, dab. A couple of these might be a little bit shiny. So is anybody trying this at home with their alocasias? Have I inspired you to grab a paintbrush, cut your alocasia inflows open, and try to pollinate them? Because if you have tried it, let me know if you're having any more luck than I've been having. And I really do, I really honestly think that the trick is finding the right day to cut these flowers open and pollinate them. I really, really think that that is the trick. So I'm just going to use all the rest of this. There's not much left here. I'm going to use the rest of it here. And then I think I'll take a picture. Oh, I can't. I'll have to take a screenshot. My camera's, this camera up here is my camera, my iPhone. So I can't use it to take a picture because it's already busy recording. I'm just gonna dab this other side again because I feel like there's some pollen on my brush. I wonder if the brush is the best way to do it. I mean, that's what everybody has been doing. Oh, I forgot to turn my microphone back on. I got a microphone, so hoping that the audio would be better, but I had it on earlier, but so I ran out of storage space, so the video cut off. But luckily it cut off, like I noticed it right away. So it wasn't cut off for a long time where I was recording or thought I was recording, but I wasn't really recording. So that's a bonus. All right, I think I'm done. I'm gonna just let that be. I don't have any pollen left, I don't think. I'm gonna close these up. So I don't think I really lost much footage, if any at all. I think I noticed it right away. I'm gonna grab my label maker and make a label. That's my calculator. Label maker down here. So I don't think I lost any footage, which is good. You didn't miss anything. You want to look at the inflow while I make this label. So let's see, what did we did nobilis pollen. And today's date is 7, I don't know, what is today's date? 22, 7/22/25, print. So yeah, I don't think I lost any footage, that's good. And so I don't think you missed out on anything. So we'll just label this and then we'll wait and see. It's such a waiting game. I'm very impatient. I don't like to wait. I want instant results. Even if it could just say, yes, that worked, or no, it didn't. That would be wonderful, right? Rather than waiting another whole month. And I grabbed a little organza bag so that we can protect that. All right, she's done. All done for the night. Wish me luck. We're trying it again. We're just gonna keep trying it. One day it's gonna work. I have faith. I really, really do. All right, talk to you later. Bye.